Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, stick around for a while. Good video on hand. Before I get in the video, I want to talk to you guys real quick. Rochelle and I recently won an award, Outstanding Young Dairy Cooperatives for Michigan Milk. That was a competition pretty much where you get nominated through your district, and then you go through a series of interviews. It was over west side of the state, and husband and wife team, we ended up winning. They liked the saying, "Let's go." So with that, we're honored. You know, I don't know how many of you guys follow me on other social media platforms. I posted this, but we won it. There's a winner every year. It's kind of it's a fraternity thing. It's a cool thing to do. You're pretty much going to be representing the milk company, you know, the face of it, and a lot of obligation comes along with it. Which means we're going to be having to leave the farm a little bit here and there, which is going to be all right. It's going to be kind of cool. So we're going to go and represent the best that we can. We're going to head over to the farm next. We got a lot going on, and I'll show you this barn find. So here is your barn find, a Ford tractor, 6700. We ended up closing on a field that had a house and barns on it. We've been farming it for 5 years or more, and finally ended up being able to buy it. This was in the barn. We're probably not going to keep it. We're going to check it over. You can tell it's kind of been sitting by the wear, the dry cracks on the tires. But let's check it out. I mean, 3-point arms, PTO, some kind of split window here. Maybe some of you guys that have owned these can tell me a little bit about it. But for the tires, the way suicide doors, dual doors on this thing for a 1980. I looked up the specs. 76 horse, 1980, 4-cylinder diesel. Look at the front weights on this thing. Heavy duty built. I mean, I'm pretty impressed so far by looking at it, to be honest. For a Ford, we've never had one. Some of you guys got them. Let me know how you like them. I would say, just looking at this thing, 6,700 hours I think on it, which isn't a lot. This thing's probably better part of 10 grand. I would think. Maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. As you look under it, there's not a lot of leaks. I'm not seeing any major leaks, which is obviously a good sign. So let's get up in it, try to fire it up and see what happens. Oh, big tractor. Clutch. Now 6,466 hours. She purrs like a kid. Got a foot, got a gas pedal there. Tax working. Fuel gauge is 3/4 full. Got a horn button. I ain't hearing it. Tilt steering. Neutral. Put her in a gear. Oh, grind her a little bit. If you look here, you've got low range and high range. That's dual. You know, it's a split tranny. And we're moving. Seems to run and drive like you wouldn't believe. I want to test out these 3-point arms. Yeah, there they go. See them going down. A lot of times when a tractor will sit, those arms will freeze up. Okay, let's test this PTO here. She's spinning. Yep, she's spinning. PTO's working. that off. Got dual power, high and low. Right there. Shut her down. Like I said, I'm pretty impressed with this tractor Ford built. So we're probably not going to end up keeping this tractor. We're probably going to end up cleaning it up. Maybe clean these wheels up, just touch it up, change the oil, completely check everything over. I see the lights aren't working, things like that, so Dad will probably get them going. Got the block heater here. Battery's got a good battery on it. I mean, look at that thing. That accounts for something. That's a big one. So clean it up, get everything working on it, and probably just sell it. Wouldn't mind having something like this, but when you got a 4440 for a backup tractor, 4430 you seen on the blower, the 4440 is for the bagger, and then the backup for the blower, honestly you just don't need it. These things are made to be ran. Those two sit because you're only filling silos and bagging, you know, once or twice a year. You don't need these things sitting, that they're not good to sit, so we want to run them. So we'll get rid of that and keep right on moving. We'll actually use that tractor. I want to pull the grain cart out later. I've got a grain truck I want to get out. I think we're going to get rid of that too, but I got to get the grain cart out, so I may hook it to that tractor. Update on harvest: hay silo full, second silo corn full, hay silo full. You've seen us chopping that, got that going. 4 silo corn full, high moisture grain. She's getting low, she's not empty. We got the dry cow silo full too. Okay, we got to put a bag down there. Gotten 2 more inches of rain. We're kind of shut down, so to speak, for right now. We got more rain coming in the following days, so we're kind of in limbo, but we're very happy with our progress. Once the rain stops, it's going to dry out. Like I said, mostly tile fields. We're going to hit the ground running though once we get that little ag bag, 9 foot by 150. Knock that out down there, day and a half. Then we're gonna fill that 5th silo with trucks, combine and semis. You're not gonna want to miss that. We'll put the grinder blower on there. We'll be hoisting up them grain trucks. We'll be dumping it right in their shell corn. That silo pretty much just takes an ear. You know, these were all corn stalks in here. That is solid ear. That takes a lot of corn to fill that. Well, we got that field right there. That's like a 70 acre right next to them bags. On the other side, you can't see it. We're gonna haul right out of there. We got to feed the cows. I'm gonna show you all these silos working. We're at full capacity. Out of the 6 silos we got, 5 are full. Let's go. Alleyways are scraped and clean. Flip this plow. Silos are all working as they should. How you doing, guys? Girls, I should say. These are the cows that just got milked first. Look at that stuff. Hay silo just pouring out. There it is. Now this is that silo that we had cranked up in the last video. Top it off with 4th cutting. That's going to get us through till the spring. Probably what, June? Late May, early June. Here's your corn silo. Look at that stuff. It's all brown and stuff. Fermentation is in process. Hey, look, nothing is falling on us. Remember last video? Got a rust hole in that chute. I climbed up. That's probably 20 feet up against doctor's orders. Climbed up. I spun around it. I stuffed a piece of plastic in there. It worked for the time being. Now I can clean all this up and we'll be good to go. Well, I've got these bunks in this area scraped up. I'm gonna switch this bunk over. You see some extra feed in here, and that's because I fed these cows mineral today. I feed them mineral 3-4 times every 2 weeks. It seems to work for us. And when you feed them mineral like that, they don't like to eat it. It's kind of like us taking vitamins, really. But I'll fill this back up. I'm not going to overfeed them, but we'll get them filled up. And we're switched over. Yeah, I dumped that mineral in, if you're curious, through a Gandy over yonder. And I just kind of let it run out, and I make sure I do a run down and back on each bunk. You know, we don't overfeed mineral. I know you can't really overfeed it, but what I'm feeding them, I've been feeding them for years, and you'll know if you're not feeding them right amount of mineral. The cows, they'll go down like a person, you know what I'm saying? If you're not taking your vitamins and minerals, you're gonna have problems. Same with a cow, same with a person. Look at all them freshly milked cows up to the feed bunk, watering trough, the beautiful sight. Hey, you know how I said the sand's or the rain's coming? Well, I filled up all these stalls the other day. Now I've got these left. I'm gonna fill them so when it does rain, because we got them blocked off. They're not going out in that field. We missed that field, but it's just too darn wet. Can't let them out there. They don't know any better. That's where the intellect of a person and a cow, they're like a child. They'll go out there anyway. They're like a dirty little guy. They like it out in that mud, you know. They'll lay in here though if you lock them in. You got to fill these up a little bit. You want them up because if they get too low like this, they'll end up getting stuck in them, and weird things can happen when there's not enough sand in stalls. They end up, honestly, they end up stepping on their own teats. We've had that happen a lot. So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna let this feed run out. We're gonna fill these stalls up. Out of here and shut that feeder off. That's enough feed for them. Now, isn't that better? You know, this sand's part of the reason why these cows are so clean. This is called Mason sand. It's smooth, it's soft. It's like sleeping on Sealy Posturepedic mattress. Sticks right to your. This is it's like a dry sand. It's comes out of Elmont, Michigan. Not too far from here, Measles Pit. So you call them, they bring it, you pay them, and you got clean cows, and it's good for their feet. Our hoof trimmers always was talking about this kind of sand, so we looked into it, and it's helping their feet, and it's keeping them clean, and it's a win-win. You keep the stalls right, the cows will lay in them. You know, if the stalls are messed up, they'd lay right on the ground. So keep the stalls good, you're good to go. While we're out here, I'll show you just how low this high moisture silo really is. I think it's probably, you know, we've never ran out of it. This silo is a little taller than the rest for that reason, but it hasn't been this low in a while. Man, that stuff's, there it is. It's, yeah, that's gonna take a lot of corn to fill her up. So she's probably 5 foot in that sucker, so gonna be a lot of corn. Yesterday, I went to the doctor's. I gained 10 pounds back. Lost the initial 25, gained 10 back in 2 weeks. So I'm definitely eating a lot more, and she wants to keep me on the medication. It's working, so all's good, getting better. But the goal is to get off all medication. Not bad. How would you like to use this as a rig? Our tractor that we run on this grain cart is just a wee bit bigger. So the reason I pulled that out, like I said before, this grain truck we got here, we haven't used. I think the inspection date was 17, so we probably used it. It's a heck of a truck. This is one of Dad's first trucks, solid as a rock. 1975 grain truck, hauls 500 some bushel. Rear hitch, hooks a wagon to it, another 500 bushel, 1,000 bushel train. It's got an extension on an extension. She'll haul it. She may not quite be legal, but she'll haul it. Take your time, get up there. So the idea, pull this out, rain's coming some more probably. Let it get rained on. And then I'll come out here with a bucket of soap and water and I'll scrub this thing down. I mean, this is in excellent condition. This whole truck, I think, we took it in one year. Yeah, and we undercoated the whole thing. So she's been maintained. So this is worth a pretty penny. We've got this grain truck, got air brakes. That's why we're keeping this one. We'll also pull that wagon with that one. There's another 1,000 bushel train. And you got the hopper bottom. You've seen that? Did you see that? We pulled the hopper bottom out because we're gonna be ready to do some soybeans here shortly. Hopper bottom, and then we've got, we got old Pete here. So we're good for grain. Time to sell this and pass this along to someone else's farm that can use it. Let's see if this old girl will fire up. I think it's 454 in here. I'll check. Gas motor. Pumper. There you go. That's what's nice about these gas motors. Oh. Got a choke on it too, but clean old truck. Like I said, fire extinguisher. Got your gears 1, 2, 3, 4. Lock it down if it feels wet. Got some. There's your dump. Turn the PTO on. There she is out in the daylight. Wash her down. When we're done with her, she'll be ready to go. But hey, I mean, look at them tires, dude. I remember years when we were, this thing would just, it's got like a creeper low range, what you need when you're, when you're chopping or when we were hauling high moisture with this thing. Look at that hitch. That hitch is massively built. This thing would be in the field, loaded down, just roll, just walking it right out of there. Guys, back home. Hey, hope you liked the video. Hanging out with the Grant man. It's almost 7 months. He's doing good. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Nice. Hey, wet. Like I said, but it's warmer. It's going down to 60s, been 70s during the day, so we're fortunate with that, but it's just been real wet. We're fortunate with not being in limbo with a silo. You know, we're not like we have a silo that's partially full. They're all, you know, 5 of the 6 are full. We're happy with that. Oh, you see that car? We're happy with that. So it'll dry out. It's still early yet. We're gonna get to it. So, hey, how you like the pumpkins? She's got pumpkins everywhere. Appreciate you stopping by. Grant and I, get on farmfocus.com, get you a hat, get you a sweatshirt, and get you, you know what I got on there? Remember my dog tag shirt? I gotta get me another one than myself, but Veterans Day is in 1 month. Get your veteran one of them shirts. And or if you're a veteran yourself, just get one for yourself and wear it as a cool shirt. I've had a lot of compliments on that. What do you think? We need to get you a baby veteran shirt. Right, Grant? Rochelle's got him a little camouflage onesie, and I said, hey, in 20 years, he'll be in the Army too. And she said, no, I don't know. I said, he might be. Hey, we all can't think that way. We need people to join the military. You know I'm pro-military, but they're not all going to join. But if we all thought that way, we'd have no military, and they're our first line of defense. So on that note, appreciate it. God bless. Take care.